Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Tom Henry Show. It's another winter day, but we have some nice weather today. I don't know when this comes out. It might not exist anymore, but what do I want to get to real quick? Last week, I was talking about how badly I want to quit everything. This show, my career, my life. And today I brought in a specialist, kind of, my guest we'll get to, but it's all about, she wrote a book about the life after ambition. I keep wanting to say the death of ambition. You can't hear her yet, but this is what I'm trying to deal with now, is that I am just kind of, so I guess what actually last week when I talked about wanting to quit everything, what I didn't bring up, something that I've talked about a couple times very briefly, is that I just recently had this brush with Hollywood where I had 4 auditions for a big Hollywood movie over the span of like 2 months. Got to the point where they're asking my availability, and it's starting to look like it's really happening. And I'm trying not to tell too many people about it, but I'm getting excited, and I tell a few friends. And every time I tell my friends, their eyes light up, and then they're starting to go, and I'm going, no, it might not happen. But it really did sort of start to seem like it was happening. And, it was going to shoot in Europe, and there's big Hollywood stars in it. And it triggered this old ambition in me that I had given up on, that I had sort of accepted that that's not going to happen for me, that my life will be making a podcast in my living room, and that's okay. And thank you to my Patreons who keep us going. And that's okay, and that would be my life. And my life is doing little comedy sets at the Comedy Bar, and that's good, that's nice, and that's art. And we live for art. But really, do I want to live for art? I would like to be in Hollywood with the big shots. I'm doing these auditions, and the person who would be doing the other lines is a big star. I'm not going to get into any specifics, and I'm starting to go, I know it won't really change my life, but also it's kind of would. The money would be nice, and then the more opportunities and all of this stuff. So then I got the official no, sometime last week. That's when I was talking about doing all that quitting. That's what really took the wind out of my sail. It crushed me. And, just what I was talking about, too, is that nobody's going to save you. You get really sad. I got really sad, and I went out to dinner with a friend, and I was just, talking about how crushed I was and what it would be like to quit. And she was, very sympathetic. But then the reality is sitting in front of you that she can't do anything for you, nor can anybody. It just didn't happen. You just have to go back to your life that you dreamed that you might be getting out of. That somebody from Hollywood was reaching their hand out to you from above, and you were your fingers were touching, and then they spat on you. No, they were very nice people, and thank you for the opportunity. They're not watching, but so that was the background to that, and I did think strongly about how I could quit, and I thought, well, I could go back to my bar job that I had before showbiz paid me enough. And then I thought, well, I wasn't happy doing that either. I don't think that's going to make me less miserable. I thought, well, what are the real jobs? I don't know what they are. Accountant? I can't even pay my taxes myself. If I were in charge of paying other people's taxes, it would be a nightmare. I'd be in jail within months. But yeah, I just started to plan for that life of being special, my old dream of being special. And the acceptance that I think a lot of us have to have that we just aren't special. And maybe it's a horrible thing to want to be special, because what does that say about everybody else? That they're not special? That if we can be in a movie with a Hollywood star, we are better than everybody else. That was part of the dream. I would love to be better than everybody else. Anyway, I'm not going to do a monologue today because I'm excited to talk about this very thing with my next guest, the wonderful Amil Niazi, after the break. Good. My guest today is an author, and actually my first ever guest I've never met. And her new book is called Life After Ambition, a Good Enough Memoir.
That's right.
You shouldn't have a question mark on the end of that, but please welcome Amil Niazi.
Hi, Tom.
Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
You were just saying that you had a lot of thoughts about my preamble, which was the point of the preamble.
Yeah.
To set this all up through my lens, because that's what I do. I navel gaze.
Yeah, as we all do.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you write a memoir, it's the ultimate.
It's the ultimate navel gaze. Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah,
Tom,
go ahead. Yes.
First of all, actually, the genesis of the book came from a conversation. I'd been thinking a lot about like work and leaning in and just how badly I wanted to lean out at the time. But I was having a conversation with a friend in London, in the UK, where I was living at the time. We're the same age as I think probably you and I are, like elder millennials. And, the gold star generation. We grew up being told that we were special and that we were all going to do amazing things. But her and I were sort of lamenting, like feeling stuck in our careers. We were just like doing regular jobs. We didn't feel appreciated. We didn't feel like people recognized how amazing and special we were. And I was saying to her, like, well, maybe we're just mediocre. Like, maybe that's okay. And she was so offended by that idea. In fact, she got mad at me and kind of like abruptly left. Because I think it's so hard to swallow this idea that you're just regular, you're average. Like most of us are just going to do the bare minimum, hopefully extract some joy from that, and then die.
It's really upsetting. I mean, a lot of what I was saying is like this idea I always had in my head. Like when I started show business, whatever that is here.
Which was how long ago?
17 years ago. I was 23 when I got into stand-up. I think my main goal was to be a somebody.
Yeah, of course.
But, it's also a terrible goal.
Yeah.
Because it's
disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And like I was saying, like the art is what we're supposed to want to do. But this experience made me question whether I actually care about the art and whether I did just want to be a somebody.
Yeah.
Because the experience with this auditioning process was interesting for me because I'm not even primarily an actor. So the idea that my whole meaning of life became hinged on getting an acting part, when that's not even primarily what I got into this to do, just sort of proved to me how badly I wanted to be special and how giving up on that had really hurt, but also felt correct and adult, I guess.
Yeah.
Or mature. To say like, what is all that I need to be special? It's kind of an absurd idea, right?
Yeah. And special by virtue only of, I guess, the validation from these Hollywood people and, the experience of getting to take your friends to the movie and, it's not nothing has changed really about your craft, about your talent. It's just that there is this external validation that proves that you are better than everyone who didn't get the part.
I started to have fantasies of posting the article in Variety that would say my name
oh my gosh,
on
with
it.
the headshot, and you're just
And everybody being like, he got that job? Oh my God.
yeah. It's sort of a sick how the fantasy now does involve like specific social media posts, right? Like same thing with, as disgusting as this is to admit, like when I sold the book, there's that little Publishers Weekly photo of like the post that goes up that's like, so and so sold their book and it went to this person at auction, and like you fantasize not about the book or the art or the experience of getting to fulfill a childhood dream of writing it. It's like, no, I'm just fantasizing about that post.
Yeah.
And who's going to see it and who's going to finally like eat shit for
Yeah.
doubting me or hating on me.
All the casting directors in Canada that won't have me in.
Exactly.
And then I get the big American thing. But that must have been interesting. Well, actually, there's one thing I wanted to say about that is, to be fair about all of this, the actual work of making art is very difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's purely like a disgusting feeling to not lean into that part as much. Like writing a book, I imagine, is arduous.
Extremely terrifying.
Yeah. And like what I do, writing jokes and like going out on stage all the time and making this show, I like it all, but it's like, it's a slog, right?
Yeah.
So to be a little bit tired of the slog and just dream of the rewards maybe isn't the most sinister thing.
No, I think it's actually the only way to keep going sometimes, right? You have to have the carrot. You have to have the carrot. It can't all just be, I just love running on a treadmill, you know what I mean?
But sometimes we're like told that that's the way to be, and maybe it is. Like Kurt Vonnegut once said that everybody should go home, write the best poem they can, and then crumple it up and burn it.
Right.
And, you know, obviously his point is that the making is the reward.
Yeah.
And like we're seeing, like with my situation, if the carrot is too much of the reward, you're going to end up really like crushed.
Yes. Yeah. And I hate to tell you this.
Oh,
but,
no.
I have so many friends, and myself included, I'll put into this category, but like artists, like visual artists, actors, comedians, filmmakers, writers who get the carrot.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and nothing changes and nothing happens, and then that's it. And now you've done the hardest thing that you could do, act in a film across from a real life actor or celebrity, make a movie, which is so hard, right? If you have friends who've made movies, like I'm so in awe of anyone who does that. Musicians, they make the album, the songs sound so great in the studio. They're just like, this is going to be amazing. It's going to change our lives. And then it comes out and it's just like, it's long listed for the Polaris, and, you know, congrats. It's almost worse to get the thing and then realize that also didn't change your life.
Yep.
And that your life is just your life.
Yeah.
And that's actually the thing you have to work on.
And
you have to get Buddhist about it.
I know. How do I do that? Who do I talk to?
Who do you talk to? The Dalai Lama, I guess.
Alan Watts book. Yeah, well, I guess about 6 years ago, I did a special for Crave TV, which now people like introduce that on stage. He has a special on Crave TV, and there's almost Snickers in the crowd. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, Crave TV, cool.
Hey, it's like basically HBO as far as I'm concerned.
It's our HBO.
Yeah.
But same thing, you know, I did think like, here we go. This is going to launch me. And then.
Did it do anything for you? Do you feel?
I think, you know, to be fair, it gave me like a real sense of accomplishment that I carried for a few years. I think without it, I would still feel like less accomplished in a way that I would find very difficult.
Yeah.
But practically, it gave me almost nothing.
Yeah.
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 I didn't even get like very many nice messages about it.
Really?
No.
from friends and family.
You know, they started playing it on the airplanes.
That's good.
That's when it sort of took off.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah, exactly.
That's when I started getting messages of people taking pictures of people watching it on planes.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It's always strange, like, what is the thing that actually gets a response? Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily like, it's on Crave TV and you can watch it at home in the comfort of your home from your TV in your bedroom. It's the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with this new book, you must be getting a lot of nice messages.
I actually have gotten a lot of really lovely messages. My favorite is, I had an excerpt in Chatelaine, and a very sweet lady in her 80s emailed me. She must have found my email on my Instagram. And she wrote me this beautiful letter just saying, like, she read my piece in Chatelaine and it triggered just like flashbacks, nostalgia for her own journey as a professional woman and a mom, and how she, it took her so long to come to that same realization. And she just really appreciated someone vocalizing like something that she'd felt for a long time, but couldn't really put her finger on. And then we got to corresponding, and she offered to buy me a tea if I was ever in Victoria. And I told her I'd mail her a copy of the book because she didn't realize it was an excerpt from a book. And she offered to give me a money order for it. And I was like, I don't even know what that is or how it works, but don't worry, I'll send it to you for free. It was just nice,
Yeah.
It's like expected that people my age would write nice things, and they have, but like to connect with someone in her 80s, just was very validating.
Now, is there an irony now in the fact that you wrote a book about sort of letting go of ambition, but now the book's doing really well and people are giving you the validation that ambition wants?
Yes. Yeah.
And now you've actually done something very ambitious by writing a book.
Yeah.
So are you now sort of like feeling back on the ambition train?
Well, I can see how that is the rub. And I was doing a podcast earlier this week where a similar question was, I know, sorry to bring it up. A similar question was posed, but she was sort of saying like, you have 3 kids, you have a lovely marriage and all this stuff, like you have success. And I was like, that, I can see why you would think that. But my reality is that I continue to just watch TV in bed most days whilst I look for a job that I could stomach applying for. I give up when I get to the cover letter, and then I just decide like I'd rather just be poor than apply for another job that I'm going to hate, and beg people to mail the freelance checks that I'm owed. Like externally, yes, all of those things are true, but the reality of my day to day is that I am just still a slacker who's like on the verge of also giving up at any moment.
And like you were saying, that would also be the reality if I got this Hollywood part. It would be like, there would be moments of excitement.
Yeah.
I would be on the set. It would be exciting. And it would be really fun.
Yeah. And it's been really fun to do this book stuff.
Yes. But I guess it is that classic saying, wherever you go, there you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
You would
makes
get
me
the part.
crazy.
And then you would still like be on your very lovely big couch, doing what you always do. But every once in a while, someone would be like, hey man, I saw your movie. That's so cool. And then you'd get to feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would be like, why isn't anybody else giving me a big part in a movie now?
Yes. You would want more and more.
More and more.
And you would need more and more.
Which must be why you see celebrities in all these commercials.
Yeah.
Like, every time I see that, I'm like, why would they do that? They don't need it. And it looks stupid. And it must be annoying to go shoot.
Yeah.
But they need more and more. They need their Italian villa.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was picturing George Clooney in an espresso ad.
Me too. See?
Why is he doing that?
And if he didn't do that, we wouldn't all jump to that in our head.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's different. So tell me, like, I have a picture of the book, but I actually don't even know what the book really. What's the crux?
What it's about?
Yeah. I know you were explaining, talking to your friend, having to maybe acknowledge that you're not as special as you wanted to be, which isn't that terrible.
It's not terrible. And I even think the word mediocre, it shouldn't have such a bad rap, you know? Mm-hmm. It's just regular. It's just average. Like, we're all just people. And the exceptional ones, again, are merely exceptional by virtue of sometimes an accident or luck or good genes, right? They haven't necessarily achieved.
Sydney Sweeney.
Well, yeah. That was a mime for big honkers.
I've never noticed those.
You've never seen them. You only see her eyes. Beautiful eyes.
Beautiful eyes.
What was I saying? So the book is a memoir. It is about some of the bad jobs I've had. It is about some of the bad relationships I've had, some of the winding paths my life has taken, all to kind of show it's not prescriptive. It's not like a self-help book. There's no like, here's how to also divorce yourself from ambition. But I just wanted to kind of show some of my failures and some of my successes, and how I got to this place mentally of being disappointed and dejected with the notion of success that I was fed from early childhood into my 20s, into my 30s, and how it's all a crock of shit. And, you know, and this idea of meritocracy that we were also fed, you know, the fact is the mantra when I was a child was always work hard. And if you go to the right school and make the right choices, you will have success. And I did all the things I thought I was supposed to do. And I continued to, you know, almost get there and then get the no. And then you watch people. I'm sure when you see the guy who got the job, you'll be like, that guy? And I've had so many guys.
That'll really be when I end my life.
Oh, man.
It's probably going to be a guy I know.
Yeah. And it'll be a loser, and it'll be like the unfunniest person. I don't know if it's a comedy, but I assume it is.
I don't really know either. But
it'll just be some jagoff, and it's always been some jagoff. And I thought that we were all starting from a level playing field, all at the same starting line. And then as I got older, I realized like, no, it's generational wealth. It's just like the guy whose parents know the guy at the place has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with how hard I work, and internalizing all of those failures as my mistake, as opposed to realizing that it's a system that's designed to keep you down.
Yeah.
Was a revelation.
Yeah.
And now that I know that, it just makes it easier to separate myself from that, idea of success, to give myself a break from being hyper ambitious, because it still didn't get me anywhere.
Well, if the game is rigged, like you're saying, and I rage against Nepos on this show constantly, then yeah, you're beating yourself up and it's not even your fault.
It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And so why participate? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to make money.
So you're telling me I should quit?
I'm pro quitting, but I'm not. But quitting, and by quitting I mean like doing stuff like this. I think is the only way. Doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Putting one foot in front of the other, like.
But you know, that's a really hard feeling.
It is a hard feeling.
Like, don't you just want to be taken care of sometimes?
Oh my God. All I want is for someone just to be like, okay, here's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just keep doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
We like it.
Like, you're good. Like a pat on the head.
Yeah.
Even
and
more than money.
Pile of money.
Like, money would be great, but when I think of this stuff, I don't even think of money. I think of the pat on the head. Just somebody saying, like, you're good.
You're good. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to, keep making a podcast in your living room.
Oh, you wouldn't keep making it?
Oh, God, no.
Okay. So the pat on the head and then you stop.
No, to be honest, when it looked like I might get this part, I was still thinking about doing the podcast.
Okay, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. But I was thrilled by the idea of doing the podcast and being accepted by somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it would probably elevate the podcast too. you might get.
Everything would have been better.
Everything would have been better.
Yeah. And I just would have been a cheery, like happy person, which people have never known me as. I would have changed completely. Everything would have changed.
Right.
Nice.
Is any part of this process like inspired you to do more auditioning and acting and like, as opposed to quitting?
The main feeling was quitting.
Okay.
The hard thing about auditioning and acting is it's very out of your control.
Yes.
So I have my agent and she kind of gets me what she can.
Right.
And opportunities like this essentially never come along. You know, I've been auditioning for like 14 years and this is the first time like a good part in a big movie has come close.
Right.
So I did have to really accept that was sort of a one of one. And
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part of why it hurt so much.
Yeah.
Sort of like my one chance. And, you know, I just turned 40. So it's just kind of like, I'm starting to feel like I'm also reaching the end of discoverability.
Yes.
And being discovered was always a big dream too.
Yeah.
Being plucked out of the crowd.
Yes. Yeah.
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 But now back to, I mean, that is the thing. After I went through all my little self-pity, I realized, you just have to keep doing this. And this is good.
Yeah, this is good. And Tom, as someone who is 43, I have to tell you, I know, disgusting. I also had to, in a slightly different way, because I'm a woman, come to terms with the idea that like now that I'm 43, I'll never be the ingenue. Like I'll never be the what's the word? The precocious young writer, the it girl, because I'm old. So you have to like accept the death of that dream.
That's sad to me too.
But I have never felt better than right now in my 40s.
Right.
I feel it is a very powerful decade.
Yeah.
Without sounding like some Brene Brown psychopath, like I really do think.
Don't say that about Brene.
I don't even know who she is or what she looks like, but I think there is a lot of power in like this age. Hopefully, should like come with a lot of confidence in yourself, a lot of understanding of like who you are and what you're capable of.
In a sense, yeah, but then also in another sense, you're carrying around all the rejection and all that it didn't happen.
Right.
So it's sort of sometimes, I mean, it depends what just happened, like wounded me. So now I'm kind of feel a little wounded, like I'm going around with a trail of blood.
Yeah.
But once I get over it, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I can go back to power.
Yeah.
But is part of that, like feeling powerful at this age, is part of that accepting that stuff's not happening? Because that's sort of how I felt with this. Like I had totally accepted that was not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So it was almost cruel that it popped out and showed it itself to me.
Yes, it is cruel what has just happened to you.
I mean, it's fine. And probably if you talk to the casting people, because you don't really get a like clear view of what's happening. Probably if you talk to them, they'd be like, he wasn't that close.
Yeah.
He's doing a whole podcast about this.
When I don't know if this will uplift you or not, but from what I've heard, it's all about like the number of Instagram or TikTok followers one has, and that's a recurring theme.
They say that these days. Yeah.
Who cares, right? It's just some looks maxer. I don't know if you know about those guys.
I've heard about what is this?
It's like, I hate that I know any of this. I just learned it in the last week, but like guys, like they're named clavicular or whatever, and they're just obsessed with like their jawline and
I'm like
looking better than other dudes.
Yeah, that's me.
So
I chew on those hard.
Yeah, you have to always be like,
you put like sort of rubber diamonds in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a guy like that.
Well, I always had that too. I was like, I want to be the best looking person on earth. And then you're like, well, I'm not. Like when I was a teenager, I was so angry that I didn't look like a Hollywood movie star.
Really?
Yeah.
Not me.
No?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I was accepting of my looks, but I just was like, well, what's the point of having that fantasy?
Yeah, a lot of the things that I worry about, people say, what's the point of worrying about that?
Right.
But I don't have a choice, it seems.
It's in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take medication for that, or?
No, I should probably look into it.
I think so.
Maybe that's the takeaway from this whole conversation. Is you need to get
ultimately,
medicated.
I feel that everyone in their 40s is medicated.
Is that right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check that out. I have Ativan.
That's a good one.
Really good.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is the first time I've seen you light up. Actually, I haven't seen you.
I actually take it very rarely because it's too nice.
Good. Yeah. I get. Yeah.
Okay. Something else interesting about you and about this ambition journey. You have a family.
I do.
And I always think also sometimes that could cure all of this.
I will say this.
Oh no, that is the cure?
It kind of is the cure.
I need to get medicated and have a family.
I mean, Tom, again, I don't want to sound like a self-help guru, but medicated and have a family, I think is like literally
that should have been
the
your book.
cure. It should have been.
Yeah.
That could be a book too, actually.
Yeah.
Get medicated and get a family. Having kids is, first of all, the ultimate ego death. Mm-hmm. You cannot be, I mean, you can, of course, be a narcissist. Many of us have narcissistic parents, but you certainly cannot have these wild expectations of who you're going to be, because the minute you walk through your door, you've got people just like, wipe my bum, make me a snack, get me a toy, where's the can? Like, you just are a slave.
Sounds like one of my parties.
You're a servant to these little people, and they're incredible, and you love them, and they treat you like shit, and you just keep going back for more. And I had this moment where like the galleys of my book came, and I was so excited, and I'm like pulling them out and like feeling so emotional and overwhelmed. And I show the kids, and they're like, yeah, cool, Mom. And then 5 seconds later, it's like, I can't pay attention to that because I have to, again, be a servant and change a disgusting diaper and make food. And it's just like nonstop care for someone else is a great way.
Selling it to me.
It's beautiful and wonderful. And I tell every single person I know that it is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I think it's good that I can't spend a lot of time obsessing over my book cover. And like, even the book is a bestseller in Canada. It's a national bestseller. Again, that joy, that ability to soak that in was fortunately short-lived, because again, I had to like put my time and energy into caring and thinking about someone else. I think too much time, Tom, thinking and worrying about yourself.
I hate when you said my name that way. I felt really chastised.
No, it's not chastising you at all. It's, I think it's really healthy and good. And
yeah.
I have friends who are in acting and they don't have kids yet. And sometimes they come over to my house just to be around kids so that they can stop thinking about themselves for a minute.
I do that to people's kids too.
It's good.
Yeah.
And I offer my kids up for that.
Oh.
Not to you.
Okay.
Just to the people I know. But I think it's really a good and healthy way of disconnecting from that trap of who am I and why am I not famous and why am I not special and why am I not bigger? Because I am the most special person on the planet to them.
It's a good point, because I'm around so many people who are so self-obsessed and self-driven with what they're trying to do, and everyone's miserable and everyone's thinking about what they don't have and why aren't they special. And there's like self-obsession is a curse.
It is a curse.
It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah. There's no cure. There's no part big enough. There's no sack of money big enough. It will never end. Like we said, the Nespresso commercials, right? Like there is nothing that cures that self-obsession if you are singularly devoted to feeding that voice in your brain.
Yeah. Sometimes, people talk about narcissism, and people always think of that as like a self-love. But some of the biggest narcissists I know, hate themselves, and are always talking about how bad they are. But that's another type of narcissism.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree.
Sometimes I think with the kids and the family thing, like there's a reason that life kind of seemingly had these stages for a long time. And now a lot of us don't have kids. And now I feel like my life is like pretty similar to what it was 10 years ago. It's better in a lot of ways. Like I used to have roommates, but in many ways I'm doing all the same stuff.
Yeah. You don't have those markers.
Right.
Yeah.
And the markers seem like nice. They seem appealing.
Yes.
But I also will say I recently was in a minivan with my friends and their 2 babies.
Yeah.
And one of them wouldn't stop screaming the entire 30-minute drive. And I thought, I'm so glad I don't have these things. Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I get it in those moments. My sister is 41 and she does not have kids. And she's an amazing aunt, but there are times when she's like, how do you do this? And I'm like, it's not like you are a different person, but you are just so used to the sounds and the smells and the actions that you just adapt to your environment, like all
my friends
creatures
didn't
of
seem
evolution.
that adapted in that moment.
Maybe not yet.
They were like, just take him out of the seat. Oh, that seems really dangerous. Just do it. We're only 7. Maybe you should stop the car.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're only 7 minutes away.
I will say that is kind of another idea in the book is like, I think we were also sort of told like, hold off as long as you can on having kids from our parents, or certainly that was like a message to me. It's like, you don't have to have kids in your early 20s like we did. You should enjoy life, get further in your career. I think we were encouraged to put off having kids in a way that I think the generations before us weren't, right? It was an expectation for them. That's what you do. You get married. If you go to university, right after you get married, you have kids, and like your real adult life starts in your early 20s. Whereas in my early 20s, I was like passed out, wasted, like surviving off of the coins in my couch to buy cigarettes and beer, and that was very fun and amazing. I didn't have kids till I was 35. But I don't know that trading a life spent in the trenches of work was better than maybe having kids like at 25 or 28 or whatever, like I'm just not sure that the path that we were put on was necessarily a good one. And I kind of think that those markers existed for a reason. And now we're like, of course you want to feel special if you've put off all the regular markers of a human life to devote yourself to your craft. If you're not achieving massive success, or at least someone patting you on the head, you're going to start to go, well, what was it all for?
Yeah. Well, it's hard now too, because these creative endeavors don't pay off for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
if at all. Yeah.
If at all. So I only started getting to do this purely as a job 5 years ago or something. So you kind of want to be able to enjoy that for a little while too. But yeah, just push your life back completely. And then even once you do, like the marker of success being that I don't have to have a Joe job, still means I'm just getting by.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to have a family, I guess I'd have to become the accountant who goes to jail. Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned accountant, because I had a boyfriend who had to pick a Joe job suddenly at one point in his life. And he literally just opened a school book, I think. And accountant was the first one that didn't seem horrible. And then he became an accountant. hated it, but kept doing it because it was like, this is what I have to do.
You're stuck
now.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still have fantasies of like, maybe I'll be a teacher. I have a lot of friends that are suddenly art therapists.
Oh,
That's like a new thing that everyone's doing.
therapy through art?
Yeah, like for kids and stuff.
Oh, right.
But they're artists who couldn't, you know,
Hack
make
it.
a living off painting, which is incredibly hard. So now they're also going through the book, going like, well, that doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
No, but I thought about it in this recent quitting craving.
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't get to the book. I don't even know what that book is.
I mean, I think it's like, I'm picturing
There's a big book of
like
jobs.
a university like book, you know, with majors, and he could have lied to me about this book, but
Oh, yeah.
I do believe he just opened like a school, like one of those books where it's like, these are the different majors we offer.
Yeah.
And just picked accounting.
I never went to university, so I've never seen a book.
That's why you didn't read mine. Can't
I'm
read.
not that journalistic.
It's not a journalistic book.
No, but it'd be very journalistic of me
Oh,
to
have read the book.
read the guest's
Yeah,
book.
of course.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to wake up on time. I would like...
Wait, what time did you wake up today?
Today I woke up at like 10.
Okay.
Yeah. That was more like a joke.
Okay.
I would like to read the book.
I will send you a copy.
I'll send you a money order. It seems like right up my alley. Like that's why I
think
wanted
you would like
to
it.
talk to you, because I find this stuff very interesting, but also very upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but every conversation I've had about it with someone my own age or in our peer group it ends up very depressing, because we're just sort of like both of us going like, yeah, I don't know. I also feel fucked and like sad and don't know what to do. And I was talking to this amazing woman named Phoebe on Monday, and she's like a brilliant writer, and she's been covering like work, and she's moved to Hollywood not Hollywood, but she moved to LA at one point from the UK to make it, almost got there, like almost had the dream jobs, and then moved back to the UK, and she just feels dejected and doesn't know how she summons the energy to keep going, but knows she has to because she has to make money. And it's just like, I am so disillusioned with everything. And like, that is a recurring conversation I have with my friends, with just like random people on the street. I do think our generation is in a midlife crisis, but it's not like our parents where it was like, I'm so comfortable and happy and stable and making too much money. What do I do? Get like pierce my ears and get a leather jacket? Meanwhile, we're like, will I have to work until I'm 85 years old? So I think we're in a crisis, but we don't know where to put our energy, and there's no fix. It's an existential crisis. So
I like this piercing my ears and getting a leather jacket idea, though.
you don't already have one?
No. Well, yeah, I have. It's brown.
You probably have a lot.
I need like a cool
black one.
Black one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pierce your ears. Yeah.
That'll make people respect me. That'll show them I'm better than them.
Yes.
No, it's interesting you said what that woman said, that she doesn't know how to summon the energy to go on.
Yeah.
That was the feeling I had.
Yeah.
And those were the exact words in my head.
Yeah.
I thought, how can I go on?
Yeah.
And then I just thought about getting a bar job. And then I thought, the podcast is okay.
Yes. You don't want to have to.
I mean, I'm not living off this either, but this is the other thing. Like, we have to have all these little jobs.
So many jobs
that don't even pay us.
Yeah.
Like,
so many jobs.
This isn't even paying me.
Yeah.
But you hope someday it might pay you a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe to pay rent.
Yeah.
But why are we all going through that? Just because everything's so expensive?
Everything's so expensive. Everything is so, what's the word for like, it's like that you no longer just have the one job, right? We have so many side gigs and hustles, and like everything is so patchwork, and the economy's fucked, and we are still trying to make our dreams come true. So we have to put energy into that, but then we also have to have the job that actually pays the bills, and it's exhausting. And I also think that there's been so many layoffs in every industry, like the media industry has collapsed. The tech industry is in crisis. So all the jobs we also thought were safe or at least relatively stable, like they're also collapsing. And so we're trying to insulate ourselves from that by having backup plans and side things and whatever. But that it's hard to have so many spinning wheels, juggling so many different things. Of course, the fantasy that so many of us have now is like, I just want one job that pays well, that lets me just go there, do it, and then come home and shut off and like live my real life. It's exhausting.
And I bet some of those people who have those watch this and are like, these fucking people complaining about their interesting lives.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 o'clock on a Tuesday or whatever, and we're like sitting here beaking off. Whereas like there's
and they're
people
like sitting there like they just had lunch and they have like 6 more hours to go, and they're like, oh my God.
And that's
then
a
we're
nightmare.
like, I didn't get a part. I'm 40 and I'm not special.
It's true. And I would never like to live that life again.
The Joe
job life. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I ever had one. I don't know.
That's quite special in and of itself.
To never have had one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go through moments of great gratitude for this life.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a characteristic of this life, that the highs are very high and the lows are very low.
Yeah.
Or the highs are kind of high and the lows are very low.
And the lows are very low.
Yeah.
But I do think the more gratitude you keep having for it, the better you also feel.
But it's hard to have gratitude when you just feel like a little baby.
Yeah.
Just like you want somebody to pick you up and rock you and take care of you.
Yeah.
I've spoken before on this once of the idea of like, not a literal mother, but like a universe mother that could just like take care of you.
Yeah.
And that she doesn't exist.
Yeah. Did you see the Nathan Fielder episode where he's a baby again?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want that.
Nathan also is a friend of ours, and watching him succeed like crazy is great because he's such a like genius beyond anything. But also when you know people like that, you can then compare your own little life to that.
Right.
So like being like, I'm grateful just to pay my rent, and then you like get a text from Nathan at Elon Musk's party.
Yeah.
That's not a cool thing to want to do.
No, I wouldn't like to be at an Elon Musk party.
Yeah, so it makes, it accentuates those dreams.
Yeah.
And accentuates.
And highlights the failures.
Yes,
Yeah.
that the dreams aren't happening.
Yeah.
Now, do you you mentioned the gold star generation, something like that?
Yeah.
Is that part of the problem too?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
That we all like wanted to be artists and stuff.
Yeah.
And now we didn't get normal jobs.
Yeah.
So like if we had all just been normal and just wanted to be tort lawyers,
Yeah.
we would be fine.
Yes. 100%. I don't know if your parents ever told you this, or a teacher or whatever, but I remember, I think a teacher just telling me like, if you can find a way to turn your dreams into your job, you'll never work a day in your life. Yes. And I was like, yes, I want that. I want to be a writer. I want to only do that for a living. And I want to write only the things that I like writing, which is about myself. Mm-hmm. Because I'm a navel gazer like you, and I'm going to turn that into a job.
Navel glazers, I can't say it. Go on with what you're saying.
I believed that.
Yeah.
And like really believed it. And so did all my friends. Like all my friends are art school people or journalists or writers. And this is a conversation, again, I've had with every single person our age on this book publicity thing. It's a frequent point of conversation is like, we all felt that we would be able to turn our dreams into our job like we were promised. So we pursued it. Or some people went and got the job because they wanted something safe and then quit it because they were like, fuck this, I want to live my dream. And now they have a podcast or whatever. And had we just been told from the beginning, only like 5 of you are going to get to do that. The rest of you better go and become plumbers or something. Like, I wish the job of plumber had been elevated to the height of comedian or writer or actor or artist or whatever. Then I might have wanted to do that.
I know a plumber. He seems really happy.
I mean, the construction guys, anyways, I wish I had done that. Or something like that. Learned a trade, something really useful and valuable and AI proof. But I didn't. And it's not, again, I do have so much gratitude for this life. But our generation, our fucking gold star generation, like, really was, I think, convinced that we were all special.
Yeah.
And that's not possible.
Yeah.
Exceptionalism means a few get to be like the leaders, and then the rest are the followers.
Yeah.
But we all think that we're the leader.
Right. Yeah.
Ever been at a party with a bunch of artists and writers, and it's a nightmare.
Almost exclusively.
Exclusively, yes.
And I'm almost always the best, funniest one there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But who tells you that?
Me.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, you know what bothered me with the whole do your passion and you won't work a day in your life? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Something like that. Once I did it, I actually don't like doing it that much.
Yeah.
Like writing is really hard.
Yeah.
It's like arduous and like tedious. And do you sit at a desk?
No, I have a desk
Yeah.
in my house, but I almost exclusively write from bed because I'm a lazy piece of garbage.
I'm very similar. I actually have a writing technique when I have to write jokes. I go to bed and I say, you just have to think or you could fall asleep.
Okay.
And I usually think for like 20 minutes until I fall asleep.
Okay.
And I get like a few jokes out of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah, give yourself permission to fall asleep.
Oh, I like it. Usually I just go to write and then I fall asleep, but I don't get ideas from it.
Right. But the thing about me is I'm a feet dragger. So I don't have a passion. So what do the passionless people do? Because we're all told, like, you know, you need to be passionate about something. I really like what I do. And I think I'm realizing I like it better than a job, even when it's really hard and makes you sick. But I don't feel like passionate about it.
You're not passionate about comedy?
I don't know if I'm passionate about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be serotonin.
Oh, fuck. Coming back to this.
I've actually met a lot of men who are like, yeah, I don't have a passion.
Oh, now you're gendering it too.
I'm so sorry.
God.
I'm also a procrastinator, feet dragger. I hate the process of writing. There are many times where I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, I wish I could just go and email for a job. Like, why do I have to use my brain? And any job I've ever had that's like a real job, that I always got in trouble for like staring into space. They were always like, why are you staring into space so much? And I'm like, that's thinking. Like, do you not think? Don't you want me to think in this job? And they're like, no. So I am glad that I finally have found a job where like that's rewarded to some degree. Like,
well, writing ultimately is
space.
just staring.
Yeah. And until like you figure out what you're going to take that and put it there. But I don't enjoy the process.
Right. Maybe that's what I mean. So maybe it's a semantic thing.
I don't know anyone that enjoys the process.
Of writing.
Every writer, professional writer I know is like, ugh, writing, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm writing again. What a nightmare.
Well,
like if you ever go on Twitter, well, before it's awful, but in the heyday, it would just be a lot of like professional writers complaining about having to write.
Right. While they kind of write.
While they write.
Yeah. The problem is then so I write jokes and then I have to go perform them. Mm-hmm. And that carries a level of dread too. Mm. And then I often do love it. I do feel passionate about it maybe after it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's really fun while you're doing it. Mm-hmm. But, I think, just like the anticipatory feelings of everything makes me feel dispassionate about stuff.
Yeah. Something I finally learned to do in the past couple of years from writing a column. I have a column in New York Magazine, the Cut. So every month I have to like churn out something from my brain. Mm-hmm. And for a long time, I was like dragging my feet trying to get the perfect draft to my editor. And then I finally took the advice of someone, I can't remember who, of like, just get something down, mm-hmm. send it to the editor. That's their job, is to then shape it and give it life. And I love editors and thank God for editors. So I finally just learned to do that, and it made everything so much easier. Like, I wonder if there's this, alongside of like this gold star and need for validation, is also this like desire for perfection that then leads to paralysis. And it's like a fear of failure mixed with this need to be perfect. And then because it's not going to be perfect, you then are like, well, then I just won't do it. Or, I can't do it because it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And I finally realized, which is sort of alongside this idea of good enough, it's like, I just get something down that's good enough. And then by the end of the week, you'll have something that's actually genuinely pretty good that you like.
Yeah.
So I've started doing that, is like, just get the draft. Doesn't matter if it's like kind of shitty. It'll get better.
Well, that's the great thing about deadlines, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's my whole life of doing shows, is like, well, you need some new jokes for this show this week. So, and then like you say, most of the time, I'm like, these are total crap. But then you try them. Some of them work, some of them don't.
Yeah.
And by the end, you've accumulated enough that work.
Yeah.
But good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah. But do you ever meet those people who like are able to work so hard that they get exactly what they want?
Never.
Really?
Have you?
I feel like I know some like type A freaks who like got to get it just how they want it.
I know.
Oh, good. That makes
but
me
maybe
feel better.
because I couldn't know someone like that. I would find it like,
I
would eat at me. I'd be like, you fucker.
I get away from them.
Yeah.
But I think they're tortured too, because I don't think they can achieve the perfection they want.
Right.
Yeah.
And also I find creativity, I don't know, like I believe that the messiness is what I'm attracted to in art. Mm-hmm. And someone that is rigid and really seeking perfection, like they don't have usually the room for messiness, where I find that's what's interesting to me.
Yeah. And anytime you try to make something, I'm sure maybe you found this with your book, like you can't know what it's going to be. Like this podcast, I had all these lofty ideas for it. And then you start doing it and you're like, I can only do as much as I have energy for.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what it's going to be. And then it goes out and it finds its people. For me, about 47 people.
Hey, that's a lot, actually.
It is good.
In this day and age.
People say like, well, if your podcast has like 300 views, think about doing a show to 300 people. It's actually a really good audience.
That is.
Yeah. Okay. I like to finish with a questionnaire, if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
Amil Niazi, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
I usually eat eggs, like a boiled egg or scrambled eggs.
Talking my language. We've had a big egg debate on this show. Some people claim they're gross.
Eggs gross? Absurd.
Thank you.
It's the perfect food.
Thank you. This is what I say.
Yeah.
How long are you boiling those eggs for?
7 minutes.
I'm 7:15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should I go down?
I mean, it depends. I like a jammy egg, but sometimes, to be honest, because I think the egg white should be fully cooked.
Me too.
A runny white is disgusting.
Can't do a soft white.
And so sometimes so maybe I'll go up to 7:15 actually.
They're still really jammy.
You still get a jam? Okay, I'll try it.
Those 15 seconds might cook
They
the
could
white.
make the difference, yeah.
Do you currently hate someone you've known or know?
Yes, I hate so many. Hate is one of my biggest motivators.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you still have ambition about hatred?
Yeah. Yes. It might be the last thing fueling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are going to love that answer. A lot of viewers get really upset when people say no to that question.
No, there's people out there who don't hate anyone.
Apparently.
Oh, what's keeping you alive?
I think they're from the hate is too strong a word crowd.
Oh, no. You got to hate.
Great. What's your biggest fear?
The boring answer is death. I do fear death.
Mm-hmm.
But the second answer is mice.
We're very in tune here. There's another thing on this show is that I had mice.
It's a psychological torture.
It is.
Yeah.
People don't understand the feeling every time you walk into the kitchen. Are you going to see something move or not?
I'm out. I'm immediately out.
Well,
Or the poo,
I can't afford to be out.
You ever, light a candle and then you forget, but then you see the little black, candle wick and you're like,
Yes.
oh my God, it's mouse poo.
Yes.
And then it's like, I'm down for the rest of the
You're
day.
really speaking to my soul right now. I've, knock on wood, sort of gotten rid of them by filling
good.
holes.
Oh, that's good.
But even still, I haven't seen one in months. And every time I walk into my kitchen, I'm like,
I know.
on lookout.
It stays with you. It stays
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, people don't get it. I was on the sidewalk the other day with some friends outside a bar, and a rat came by, and I squealed and jumped, and all my friends found it very funny.
Oh my God. How are you supposed to react? Like just chill about a fucking disease carrying nightmare vermin?
I don't even care about the disease at this point. I just want it away from me.
Yeah.
Whatever it is about it, oh God, I can't think about it.
Do you ever dream about them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do I, frequently.
And I dream the mice are back. I dream.
Yeah. So I read that dreaming about rats and mice is the dark parts of your subconscious, like the things about you that you're trying to suppress. It's their way of bubbling up.
What if it's just about the mouse?
No, I think it's probably also just about my disgusting fear of rodents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I have a dear friend who's becoming a therapist, also who was an artist.
There you go.
Got sick of it. And we talk a lot about the pain of the death of dreams.
Yeah.
Because we were both young together in our 20s and both thought, it was going to be big.
Yeah.
But he watches this show and he'll text me it was interesting when you said the recent one I was just joking to a guy. I was like, he was holding his mic really low.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you don't hold the mic up, we don't have a show.
Yeah.
And he wrote me this very thoughtful, dream type analysis of it. And I was like, I was just making a joke.
Yeah. Well, I liked your response to my dream analysis is maybe it's just the mice.
Well, if I'm in the kitchen and I keep seeing mice, then I dream about mice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just
what that is.
Basic.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I like also the woo-woo
yeah.
psychoanalysis of it. I hope my friend keeps sending me that stuff because I like it, even if I don't necessarily believe in it. What's your favorite sandwich? I stole that one from another questioner.
I like just like a very simple turkey sandwich, turkey tomato. I don't like lettuce in a sandwich. I like onion in that and cheddar cheese, like yellow cheese.
We're off base now. I think you need lettuce in a sandwich.
I just don't like it.
Have you come back to iceberg at all?
Like what, as opposed to like romaine?
Yeah,
Or something
I feel
fancier?
like at some point when we were young, like iceberg was hot, and then it cooled. Like people started
scoff at it now.
scoffing at iceberg.
Yeah. You're saying I should try iceberg.
Bring iceberg back.
Okay.
It's crunchy, refreshing, delicious.
Yeah, you do need something crunchy. That's where the onion comes
onion.
in for me, but
And are you doing mayonnaise on there?
of course. And mustard, yeah.
I think everyone is either in essence sad or happy. Which are you?
That's a hard question to answer, honestly. I think I have, for the most part, been sad, but I think I romanticized that and then convinced myself that I was that.
That's part of it.
But I think I might now be happy.
Okay.
But the sadness lives. It lives.
So I think you're still sad.
Yeah.
Us sad people, we can still experience
It's joy. Yeah.
Yeah. What's something you like about yourself?
I like my sense of humor.
I haven't seen it yet. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's a good joke I can appreciate.
You laughed.
Yeah.
So you proved it. What's something you don't like about yourself?
That's a long list. I don't like my tendency to fixate on the negative.
You were telling me I have to take drugs for that.
Yeah, Wellbutrin, that's what I take.
I might get that name from you. Finally, is there a point to any of this?
Life? Larger? No. Smaller? Yes. Which is to find the joy, find the meaning, find the thing that gets you through. Because it is beautiful. It's pointless, but it's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. And actually, I talk to my kids a lot about death. And, because they ask questions about God and church and what's this and why are we celebrating this? And, I don't believe in religion, but I have to still convince my kids there's meaning to life. And so, we talk a lot about the circular nature of we're here, we exist, we get to experience things, and then we die. But we also might go back to the earth and become a tree or a plant. And, and they really like that and have bought into it. And
really,
so have I.
I wish I knew that as a kid.
Oh my, they have such a incredibly healthy attitude. Like we saw a dead squirrel the other day, and at first they were both on the verge of tears. And then my older son was like, well, you know what? It's okay. It lived and then it died and soon it will be stardust. And I was like, okay, what are you, the Dalai fucking Lama? It was beautiful. And I just think that's it. We're here, we're alive, and then we die. And you have to find something to be meaningful to you in the middle.
Well, when I'm in the midst of these struggles and despairs, I don't feel good about them. But when I'm a little bit distant from them, I do find them to be quite beautiful. The struggle of everything.
Yeah. It's life.
It's life.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think my experience that I just had, which many would find to be pretty stupid.
I don't find it
Thank
stupid.
you. I do think that's what it boiled down to for me is just well, this is life. Life is full of these disappointments and having to find a way out of them or go a bit deeper into them and then get out of them.
Yeah.
And this is just what everybody's going through.
Yeah.
And everybody would like to feel special and everyone would like a pat on the head.
Yeah.
And they're kind of rare. You don't really get to have them that much. And you have to figure out how to do it for yourself or something.
Yeah. And you have to figure out how to enjoy life without the pat on the head. right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I tell you a book that I read that really got me through a time of despair? And to compare, I'm not comparing the two struggles, and you'll laugh when I tell you what the book's about, but it's called Man's Search for Meaning.
Oh, I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
That is a lot like my struggle.
If you don't know, he survived the Holocaust, but
Yes, I very much found it very moving and meaningful.
yeah, yeah, I come back to it a lot.
Is it kind of like, sometimes I think of that Don Quixote term, tilting at windmills. I feel like our struggle for meaning is a lot like that.
Yeah.
It's like we're fighting these like windmills that don't even know that we're there.
Yeah,
But they're like our sworn enemy, and we're like shaking a fist at them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like shaking our fist at nothing.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause no one can save us, and we're all alone in the end. Thank you for being here. I found this very enlightening, and I'm already frustrated by how many questions I'm going to think of after.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
But I'll read your book.
Yes, please do. I'll bring you a copy.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, and good night.
Wow.